Yeah, so just setting up, and I saw Leo, one of the Syndicate members, playing a fish in a swim called Waterfall. So I went round there to do the photos for him, and he's got his UK PB, his first 40. The oldest lady of the lake, the moth, and an absolute cracking fish. Gave a real good fight for Leo, and yeah, it's got some good pictures, got a bit of video as well, so should be able to see that. And yeah, back in my swim, going to get set up now. Tomorrow we're going to speak to Carl and Tristan, pick their brains on bait and tactics, rigs, etc. So yeah, the conditions look bang on for a bite, hopefully. Wind's absolutely hacking into this end of the lake, and fingers crossed. Anyway, let's get set up and catch you later. Just tied a PVA bag, iconic wafter, a bit of boilie crumb, and amino blast, a few pellets. Pretty simple really, and just get this one back out. So we're going to try and get one for the camera, and I don't think we could have got a much prettier one. Check out the scales on that, absolutely stunning. On the iconic, just over 22 pounds, absolutely buzzing with that. That is one of the nicest carp I think I've ever caught. Testament to Dave and his stock in here. Emperor Lakes. Just redone the rods for tonight, so wind's actually died right down. Actually, just a bit of a ripper on the water, but beautiful evening. Not cloud in the sky now, but really windy earlier, and had that stunning fish. And so just done three solid PVA bags, iconic wafters, and a few chops and a bit of boilie crumb just sprinkled in the margins, where I've got two right hand rods up at that margin, and got the middle rod in open water just about there. And then the left hand one is tucked in, I don't know if you can see, underneath that willow. So yeah, let's see if we get another one tonight, but happy with that one earlier, to be fair. Absolutely stunning fish. And tomorrow go and see Carl and Tristan, and see what they've had and pick their brains on tactics and bait. So if I don't see you in the night, I'll see you in the morning.
What I've been doing it for us out in the pond, just a little naked chod sort of setup. A lot of people fish it to drop the lead. There's no need in here. There's hardly any weed or anything. So just to stop bumping fish off, we fish it with a braided section. And that, I mean, I'm going to touch a lot of wood here, but I've not lost one on a naked chod. So we just fish that, a couple bits of putty to pin it down, swivel. That's a thinking.
The boom section's definitely,
yeah, it's definitely
helped us.
You know, it's not smacking the fish in the face. You can't use the lead as much to shake the hook out. And that's onto a thinking angler's bead, chod, and just a little.
Yeah, it's interesting that braided section. I've not seen that before on a chod.
I said that everyone said, oh, you lose a lot of fish because you bump them off.
And it's not good for the, you know, if I was a carp, I wouldn't want a lead smacking in my face,
definitely.
you know.
I don't want to be dropping leads unless we have to. Yeah. Which I said in here,
there's no necessity in here for it. Just a couple of bits of tungsten putty up the line, just to pin it down.
Yeah, and just normal. That was
just normal tungsten.
And the line Technium
black. Yeah, the main line's Shimano Technium black.
Yeah, we're sold on it. It sinks really well. It's tough as old boots, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so
hook bait of choice. That was an Iconic, which we've used a few of Dave's other bits and pieces to just boost them slightly. So inside that pot there,
you can smell them from here.
It looks a bit messy. So over the course of weeks and months, we just add with this one. I think it's the liver liquid we've been using, isn't it?
Yeah, liver liquid.
The Iconic. Adding Dave's liver liquid in, and then after a couple of days, let it soak in. Put some of the amino blast powder on.
Good old shake every now and again.
Shaking now and then, and just keep building it. And what we find, especially in the winter, we were doing this with Cream Supreme in the winter because that we found worked best at Emperor.
Yeah.
Using Dave's Cream Supreme liquid and then the amino blast over the top, and doing what we're about to do in a minute.
And we found over the space of, I don't know, maybe a few hours, you can see the chod in the edge. We tested it, and it leaves almost like a little halo underneath the chod.
Yeah.
Just that little bit of scent. You know, we've done quite well on singles up here, especially in the winter. And just that little bit, just to extra bit of grabbing attention.
Yeah. Often the way, isn't it? Just those little edges.
Yeah, and it suits us well because we, you know, certain times of the year putting a bit of bait in here works. You know, different bits, but we've done better off just almost fishing for a bite at a time, reading it, and then if we think it's time to put a bit in, we've got a bit of bait soaked ready to go in. So it's given us a couple of days.
And you were saying that you don't chuck a load of.
Certainly not at the start. A little bleep. Certainly not at the start, just because you can't take it out again. There's times of year where you can see the catch reports on the lake because Emperor's got its own pages and stuff, and you can see what's going out and judging it. Can you just twist that receiver around, mate? Which one is it?
But again, I think like you can read it, can't you? You know, there's certain times when, I mean, I had trio out just before spawning, and there's times when you just know they want a bit of feed.
Yeah. What weight was that, mate?
That was 44.6.
Nice fish. That
was on a naked chod fished. That was an Iconic.
Yeah. So I came down here, what we're on now, Wednesday. I came down Friday night, whatever night I came down, very late. After my son's birthday, he'd gone to bed. So I managed to sneak out because the good lady let me. And
you did come down late, didn't you?
I did come down very late. Set everything up pretty much without torchlight because it was quite bright. I think I probably got finished. Everything was done and finished, and I probably got my head down about 3:30, 5:30, single bleep, and then the rod rattled off on this rig.
That was a nice mid-20, wasn't it?
That was £22 common.
Nice.
And then got it straight back out on the spot, same rig, same bait. About an hour later, I just happened to say to one of the other members that it's looking good for a bite, and he reckons about 4 seconds later is all it was, and the rod screamed up again, and it was a 22 again.
A few days.
But a £22 mirror.
F equals reward.
Absolutely.
I think we got a couple of pictures of those as well.
We have,
Yeah, nice.
Extremely hard fighting like they all are in here.
I think it's worth mentioning, we found with this, when you coat them, sometimes you can overcoat them, and when you try it in a bucket, it might do it in a minute, but it will sit flat.
Yeah.
And we've tested this. Now, when this starts to break down, it will come up.
It rises, yeah.
So don't be worried if it sits flat, because it will come up.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. So yeah, that is the naked chod setup.
And obviously we've mentioned we're at the Iconic Emperor Lakes. What kind of stock? What's this kind of stock in here, and the sort of size of the fish?
Dave's stock is just mega.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been a good water. Dave took it over.
About 9 years ago.
About 9 years ago-ish, don't quote me on that. And he's just taking it from strength to strength to strength to strength. The stock is...
150, somewhere between 150 and 200 fish, ranging, I mean, Leo had, bless him, £8 common the other night.
Yeah.
Lake record, current living record is 52.13.
I believe so.
Yeah. Cracking fish.
Actual lake record is 56. Again, you'd have to ask Dave. It's 56-ish.
Mid-50s.
Yeah. Fish isn't with us anymore.
But Dave's got a rolling programme, so you know he's always open and honest about the stock. So we had just the one this year. We lost over spawning, which is really good for you know sort of this sort of lake and the stock that's in here. But that's down to Dave's programme that he's got in here, how he keeps the water. We've got the pump going over there full bore because it's quite still and hot today. 40s, it's difficult. At least 10 foot, isn't it?
I'd say 12, probably 15 right time of year.
Yeah,
roughly. Again,
and then again at the right
cracking
time.
Head of fish, and they're absolute
Dave's
stunning looking fish.
Absolutely. Dave's found his niche with the growing with the fish and every single.
And he's got his own stock pot. He's got Jojo's
at the top,
and Dan's pool.
Yeah, that's it. He's bringing them on himself. So all the newer stock are just absolutely flying through. So when we get one that we lose, like this season, there's something always ready.
Replace it, definitely.
You know, waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
So we'll try this.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit with the.
That's the setup, all right. Yeah.
Just sits nice and flat.
But like I say, sometimes just with that extra weight of the paste, it will just lay a little bit.
Yeah, but then
it'll pop back up, and you've got like a little tiny halo of attraction.
Do you want it a bit deeper?
Yeah.
No, that's good, mate.
Mate.
So next step with this, and again, we've played with this over the winter. It was a particularly hard winter on here, actually. It's normally got really good winter form, but whether it's, I don't know, effects of COVID and lockdowns and, you know, not the normal amount of bait going in, whatever it might have been, it was just a tricky winter. So we certainly didn't want to put bait in. It's winter, it was cold, it was crap, and the fishing was hard. So we wanted to boost it a little bit, but without putting anything extra in.
Yeah.
So we've got Dave's. Over the winter, like I say, we were mainly on Supreme, so we would have been using the Supreme liquid for this.
Yeah.
And then dipping it into the Amino Blast.
Yeah.
This is Dave's
Give
lovely.
it a real good, all of it.
Yeah.
The whole lot goes in. I mean, it does tangle.
It's a cracking product.
Yeah.
I use it, as you know, in those solid PVA bags, and it's just, I think, you know,
we
can't
them
love
side
those.
by side with,
I think it's green lip mussel, butane, and amino acids in it. It's cracking.
We fish them side by side, some doing this and some not,
Yeah.
and it's always, you know,
That
majority.
goes,
We've had takes on
Yeah.
without, but the majority of them have been.
Zooming on that, that's a cracking.
I mean, you're going to lose some of it as it goes down, but there's enough stickiness there for it to get to the bottom, and just, you know, just to leave that scent in the silt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
without feeding them too much, isn't it? With, like you say, a bite at a
you
time.
can see that bubbling already. Look, the bits coming off of it.
Let's see if I can zoom in. Sun's a bit.
Yeah, it's a nice summer day for a change.
So the one of the bonuses about that powder as well, you do get bits coming up through the water column.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just sort of settling back down.
You can already see around the lead, the halo starting to form.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Great products. It's done us all right, so.
Well, you've done all right, guys, haven't you? You can't say,
No,
you know.
need to get back out.
What's your biggest Carl out of here?
44.6 trio. I mean, we fish as a team a lot. It's getting really weird.
You get a bit of stick because my PB is also 44.6.
Oh, is it the same fish? Is it the same fish? You just held
Same
it.
fish. No, mine was Mr. T.
Well, we still got one for the camera.
Well, you said you had a pen.
It's done me 4 ounce lead as well. Come on.
That could have been almost so perfect.
Well, my little blank saver spot anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
There we go.
God. Dog's obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Little Frankfurter. Fish blowback stuff.
Happy days.
I do like them. I like them a little bit trimmed down.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Beautiful colours. Well spawned as well.
Right, time to pack up. It's been a great 24 hours, and yeah, absolutely made up with that fully scaled mirror I had yesterday. Absolutely banging fish, and I had a small mirror this morning, only about £10, so I didn't bother weighing it or photographing it, but nice to have the 2 fish, and even better to photograph Leo's 40-pounder yesterday, the moth, the oldest fish in the lake. Absolutely stunning old warrior, and managed to get a little bit of video footage of that going back. And yeah, great to catch up with Carl and Tristan, picking their brains on tactics, bait, and their rigs. So yeah, thanks to them. And I think Tristan had 2 nice low 20s just before I got down actually, and then obviously Carl had that tench as well. So yeah, so good trip all in all, and got about an hour left, so you never know, might nick one, but more than happy with the 2 that I had. So yeah, wrap it up there. Until next time.